Big time? That's right. Welcome. That's the sound of the otter calling. This is Off the Top Rope, episode 10. It's been a week since we've been back. No, we've been gone for a week. Yes, that's the correct way to say that sentence. And I apologize for our absence, but we are back and we're ready. This is Dr.Fumes, as always, your host.
Hostess with the mostest.
And hang with me to my left here.
Hello, I'm Saiyan Sensei.
Saiyan Sensei.
Shh, don't whisper me.
It's Super Saiyan Sensei, to be specific. Right now he's on another level. Let's not forget it.
Oh, right. Super Saiyan Sensei 4.
Holy shit. That means we're going to have an amazing show for you today. What's up?
Nothing. I just gave myself levels and I regret it because I'm going to be thinking about that stupid shit.
What do you look like?
No, just I get drunk. I'm like, oh, I'm just level 4!
Hey, Sensei, what look like? Help after the future!
Oh, Jesus. I created a monster.
Oh, okay. That's funny as hell. So, yeah, we missed last week. Last week was a big week, actually, of wrestling, and I didn't put anything out. And for that, I am sorry. We had some Japanese wrestling. We had, obviously, AEW. They had their Fight for the Fallen. We had WWE, Extreme Rules. And then Raw and SmackDown, NXT, as always, closing out the week. And I mean, Impact too, I guess, but we're not going to talk about Impact. So, I guess my biggest takeaways, and we didn't really prep for this, you guys, for last week's wrestling anyway. We did see it, but just thinking, having it percolate in the brewery, which is my head right now, I think that my biggest takeaways from last week, on a positive note, are going to be Bray Wyatt finally premiered, or The Fiend finally premiered. He took out Finn Balor. And the biggest negative takeaway from last week is Seth Rollins kind of obnoxious. Like, he's really annoying now. Really whiny. Like, I guess I don't really follow any wrestlers on Twitter or anything, or Instagram, but I guess he's been posting some pretty insufferable shit.
Would you like to pull from the archives? Do you have any
anything I want to say? Well, I mean, I could explain really quick. He got into a Will Ospreay, this independent wrestler he wrestles in a couple different places, but he wrestles in, a lot of people might know him from New Japan, but Will Ospreay, I mean, he kind of had Seth Rollins' number in that little Twitter back and forth. Seth Rollins came off looking like kind of like I said, a douchebag. And then in Raw, they weren't showing him any favors. Like, he was really just insufferable. Like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, fellas. It was bad. But Bray Wyatt was out, or The Fiend. You know, he gave the whole. They kind of powered down the whole theater, or excuse me, they powered down the whole stadium, and then The Fiend came out and gave a little Sister Abigail action in there. And then, what else? No, I'll just move into this week. So those are my biggest takeaways. So going into this week's Raw and SmackDown. I don't know. I wasn't impressed by the announcement of the Raw reunion show. I just thought personally it seemed like a money grab. Trying to get into the nostalgia factor strong, fellas, and it showed because that stadium was packed for the Raw reunion. There was not too many empty seats that I could see, anyways. So it worked. Vince, you bastard. You're gonna just keep making these old people come out and wrestle and kill their bodies. That was something I was reading, actually, was that this motherfucker wanted to have these guys take hits and like who knows what else. But I guess they had to change some stuff last minute. I mean, it might not have been hits. I guess they just said that they had to change some things last minute. I assume it was hits because Vince McMahon probably would do that. He would do that. He would make old people take hits like that. I mean, he was making Fabulous Moolah and oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name right now. But both of them take hits way into their elder years. It was hard to watch back then too. These, like, I remember seeing them get powerbombed through tables. I've seen them get like thrown off the apron on tables and other stuff. Yeah. Ugh. So I just want to assume that Vince McMahon had him doing some crazy shit. He probably wanted some actual fights because a lot of the old timers were mainly shown on the 24/7 segment, and a lot of the old timers, so they were mostly just their fights were like off screen or just like one quick hit, or they weren't really doing much. Like Briscoe, he gave a couple of the weakest stomps I've ever seen to Drake Maverick, and he pinned him. He gave him the Hulk Hogan to Jeff Jarrett WCW pin. He gave him one of those. And then, you know what? Honestly, like that moment, a lot of people talk shit about it, rightfully so. But if there's any like good takeaway from that, it's just Hulk Hogan played that shit up perfectly. Like he didn't skip a beat. Like the ultimate douchebag. Jeff Jarrett went down, and Hulk Hogan just like stepped on him and just like didn't even try and pin him. That was pretty tight. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here, fellas. Yeah, all the old timers, they didn't really get any of the good bumps. Obviously, I mean, rightfully so. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see anyone like eat it in the ring or on TV. It's just for Vince McMahon's amusement. Let's be honest, this is all for Vince McMahon's amusement. I'm going to take a quick bong break, fellas. Give me a second. I'm back. So, the show started off Raw with none other than the former Dr. Thugonomics. Foreshadow. He comes out, his music kicks in, you know, and he starts saying some stuff. I don't really remember what he was talking about, really, to be honest. And then the Usos come out, and they're like, yo, no one wants to hear corny ass and John Cena. Oh, the Marines, bastard. We got like 6 more Marines because of you. I like The Miz, but let's be real. Those Marines are unnecessary. Anyways, so he comes out first, and what was that? The Usos already came out, and they call out their dad, Rikishi, to the ring after John Cena talks some, I guess, does some Dr. Thugonomics insults at the Usos. You can call it that. It was like 2 lines. It did its job. Boo. It wasn't enough. Like, if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't tease me. I don't need that. Don't tease me. Just do it. Don't give me 2 lines of, like, what did he even say? It was stupid. It was corny. I remember it was kind of dumb. He said, like, oh, weren't you guys arrested? Like, oh, cool. They're supposed to be gangsters, you know. Oos, what is the thing? Locked up. Yeah, I mean, they got locked up. They're trying to bring you to the Uso Penitentiary. As far as I can tell, it just builds into their character, their whole persona, their whole gimmick. So that was a bad insult, John Cena. I expect more from you. I expect much more from you. And then they had Rikishi come out. They were going to do their dance, and everyone was going to be happy. Not their dance. The Too Cool dance. Started by Scotty 2 Hotty and Grandmaster Sexay. Later to be added Rikishi. That was just gold, though. One of my favorite moments still was the Royal Rumble where they came out and did their thing, and Rikishi clotheslined both of them from behind and knocked them both out of the ring. He's like, I mean, come on. That shit was hilarious. That's a cool little laugh track. Anyways. Let me beatbox on. Don't let me beatbox on the stream, you guys. You don't want to hear none of this beatbox in action. So then we got the Revival interruption, and Mr. Corey Graves has been very inconsistent lately. I think he wanted to see the Too Cool dance. I don't know. I guess he was just nerding out. He was just trying to be a fan of the Raw reunion show. Sorry. You good?
I have it in the litter box.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. We were just recording. I just thought it was appropriate.
No, it's not appropriate when you're in a relationship. You understand.
I understand, because
it's not whipped. It's just being smart.
Yep. You don't want.
It's called strategy.
We're gonna delete all this later.
Chess moves.
But you gotta earn those points so you can hold it over here.
Cash them in.
Over their head.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking about how someone to throw in for one.
Yeah, we do. See what's open.
So I was just talking about how Corey Graves has been kind of inconsistent with his heel commentary, but I was speculating that it was probably just because it was a Raw reunion show and they just want him to seem like just a fan of the whole
shebang.
Bringing the gang back together.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. So then we had the actual match between Revival and Usos, the match that we've had a million fucking times. That's a lot, Bo.
But wait, there's more.
The same match that we had a million freaking times between the Usos and the Revival. At this point, it feels like a million times anyways. So the Revival lost. Tag Team Champions lost to the Usos, and I guess we're only surmised that the Usos are the next Tag Team Champion number one contenders after this.
You think so?
I have a feeling. That's what they're going for.
I got a feeling.
Then, after that... So anyways, I guess, yeah, they're the new number one contenders. The match was alright. It was kind of quick. They were saving space for all the superstars that were coming up. So then we had... I think there was some, it was a backstage segment between, it was with Charlie Caruso and R-Truth and Carmella, and him talking about his 24/7 title, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
He's a champ.
His appearance at Comic-Con.
There it goes. His appearance at Comic-Con and how he retained against two competitors. The Hurricane, the first superstar to come back, technically.
Rikishi and Devon, man.
He did it on the weekend before Raw.
Oh, you're right. Touche.
So he's technically the first superstar from the reunion's premiere. That kicked it off, because 24/7 champion is the longest running... Well, I think technically the Shane McMahon Best in the World is the longest running, but this is the most consistently running Like every episode kind of thing. Oh no, the Shane McMahon thing's pretty consistent every day too. This is better. The 24/7 stuff is better.
Way better.
So they have this going, and they show like all that stuff at Comic-Con, and then Drake Maverick's wife comes out as the distraction. Ha ho ho ha! Watch the boobs, don't watch the face. And then Drake Maverick came out and pinned him. 1, 2, 3, champion. He told his baby to grab the car. He'll grab the belt. They both dipped out of there.
With no chip.
And then something really weird happened.
How weird was it, Dr. Fumes?
I just want your guys' opinion on this. So Charlie Caruso is my future ex-wife, and she was interviewing Carmella and R-Truth, and during this whole thing, and then once they left, she was obviously confused and puzzled that they usually show, and then they'll usually like fade the camera out, but they didn't fade the camera out this time. What happened was another superstar came out. And it was none other than the Godfather. And I thought it was a little weird that she was super excited to see him. Because, he's a pimp.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he alluded to something about pimping her out later. I don't know. It sounded kind of weird. And they both, joined in on a "Ho Train" chant, which is also kind of weird. But the weirdness didn't end there, because it ended with them dancing, and she was just so happy to just the thought of selling herself on the street for the Godfather was just so exciting for Charlie Caruso.
She looks like a young Vicky Guerrero.
Don't say that.
She does.
Don't you say that.
She does. This reminded me of today in that pink dress. I was like, she's like a young Vicky Guerrero. That's mad funny.
You shut your mouth when you talk to me like that.
The fumes starting to fill the room.
Oh man. So yeah, it was a little weird. Then we had, I think it kept following Drake Maverick around, and they showed him like the boogeyman left a whole bunch of worms in his thing. Oh, more. I don't even want to go over it. Like, I'm gonna cut straight to the good stuff, right?
Meat and potatoes.
Because the 24/7 stuff was like, I called this shit immediately. I was like, R-Truth's just gonna win it at the end of the episode. All this 3 hours is gonna equate to blue balls, because R-Truth is gonna just win it back at the end of the day. I called it exactly. Oh, well, not exactly, but the order. I said Drake Maverick's gonna win it against whoever the fuck else has it, and then R-Truth's gonna pin him, and he's gonna leave Raw with the belt, and it's gonna be like none of this ever happened, and none of this shit matters, because none of it matters.
Did it happen?
That's exactly what happened.
Did it happen?
Drake Maverick won. I don't remember who he pinned. I remember who he pinned. He pinned one of the old guys that had the title in the back of a limousine. They didn't show it because of what I talked about earlier. Sane Sensei wasn't here; he just returned, so I'll just recap for him.
Instant transmission.
Fuck.
What I do?
Shit, not bad.
Thank you.
So,
you sell falafels in Manhattan.
Huh? Yeah. I wish I had some falafels right
So
now.
you look like you sell falafels in Manhattan.
I wish I had falafels.
The tank top. Hello, you have falafel? Make them fresh.
Make a falafel flesh. So, I'm gonna eat one of these once we stop recording. So, So Drake Maverick pinned him inside the car. They didn't show it because a lot of I guess, like I was saying earlier, Vince McMahon had a lot of stuff that he had planned for this episode that had to be taken out, and we can only guess why and for what reasons. But if I had to guess, I referenced Fabius Moolah and the other lady that would come out with her every once in a while.
Oh, the ones they just beat the fuck out of?
How they're just like these old women that they would just beat the fuck out of, exactly. So I can only imagine that he wanted these old people to get their shit kicked in.
Oh, you need some money? Come get abused.
Yeah. You want some extra cash? You want to do a Raw reunion? Okay.
Bet you better like it. Wait, what's someone gonna say? Hope you like it raw. There you go. I got that. I'll clean that up.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah. I hope you like it raw. No context. Why don't you ponder that, listeners?
So,
chocolate lemon drop.
That was like one of the best ones. Going. So, Drake Maverick pinned him. Eventually, he was pinned by R-Truth with Carmelo's help. Blah, 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 blah. R-Truth won, kidnapped Drake Maverick's wife, left Carmelo...
Kidnapped his wife?
Kidnapped his wife and left Carmelo with Drake Maverick.
Uh-oh. Betrayal. I smell a betrayal.
I mean, she helped him get the belt, like, twice.
Well, he left with another woman.
She was kidnapped.
Or did he just take her and left her? He left Carmella?
Like, what happened was...
What? Okay.
What happened was...
There we go.
After, like... the Drake Maverick's wife was already in the car. And he was holding on while, like, this dude was trying to pin him. Carmelo kicked his hands out and he got pinned. And so the dude was like, alright, let's go, Carmella! And he jumped in the car. And he closed the door and then they drove off. And then they showed Drake Maverick's like, my baby! And my wife, too! He's talking about the belt.
Tell you, man, betrayal. Carmella get jealous. So what you gotta do? Watch him and the wife be friends. Call it now. Watch his wife be friends. Drake's gonna get jealous. Drake Maverick's gonna get jealous. Carmella's gonna get jealous. Betrayal. That's the scent. I'm sniffing.
You know, if you call that though, that's a pretty good story. That's better than most of the other stories. Most of the 24/7 has been better than most of the other stories.
You know better than all this? Evangelion.
That's right.
I never watched it.
I
should have sold it longer, but I saw your face look so happy. I couldn't do it no more. I better break the lie.
I was asking you like it. Oh man. Well,
Neon Genesis.
After my heart just got ripped out of my soul.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mine's in my
it's
chest.
That deep.
That's what that is. It's like an embryo sac.
Then there was a rematch. Well, next thing that happened was a rematch between like Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander beat Drew McIntyre. They didn't even have a match. I don't even want to talk about all the most of this
Just poop
stuff.
on it. Just to be raw, man. Don't even. You have to go. Yo, give your honest take on the whole episode.
This is like Samoa Joe came out and he said exactly what was on like my thoughts.
Samoa Fumes.
And he was like, you guys are dumb. Like, you all should be ashamed of yourself. Everyone cheering for all these old geezers. He didn't say that, but that's what I'm saying. All these old geezers out here that are coming out looking like fucking champions, even though they're like 3 times older and physically than like 10 times older physically than all these other people here. They feel like you should be ashamed of yourself. This is awful. This whole nostalgia thing. You guys
You're
gonna buy into
killing
this.
him.
You're killing wrestling.
You're killing him.
Exactly.
Literally and physically.
Beating a dead horse.
Metaphorically. It's murder.
Beating a dead horse. And he was right. Because that's... Like, I was done once they had the introduction of the OC from California, Orange County. You know, California, here I come. You know, them. They wrestle now. AJ Styles and the Good Brothers are the enforcers for that team. I mean, the logo looks cool, I guess. The OC, though, the original club, the only club, the Uchikuchi, who knows what it stands for, really. They came out. And they wrestled against, well, AJ Styles wrestled against Seth Rollins. And they had the Good Brothers on their side, and then who comes for Seth Rollins' side?
Roman Reigns.
DX.
Why?
Why indeed? Why indeed?
I saw a picture of all three of them together. It looked like if Shawn Michaels and Triple H had a baby. Like Seth Rollins would be their offspring. Look at that photo of all three of them.
It was just, like I said, that like Shawn Michaels was walking to the ring like his legs couldn't like move straight. Like, I don't know if that was his like strut, but
it looked like it hurt. It looked like it hurt. Just him walking.
Yeah, him walking looked painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone posted on Reddit. It was like Shawn Michaels like little animation. Excuse me. Shawn Michaels' little animation before match was his favorite one, and he showed a clip of it, and it was like him like punched himself and like going, that really was the best one. I remember this shit. Anyways, sidetrack. So yeah, DX came out. Why? I don't know. I thought in canon Triple H still didn't like Seth Rollins, or maybe he doesn't care. He got slain and he just doesn't care anymore. Because Brock Lesnar got slain, so he's not the King Slayer anymore, he's the Beast Slayer. So it doesn't bother him as much, maybe. I feel like that's not even it's like story. Like I really think it was Triple H's hands that wanted Seth Rollins to beat Brock Lesnar just so they can change him from the King Slayer to the Beast Slayer. I really think that's all Triple H's ego. Don't put it past him, man. He's really that petty.
Yeah, it's stupid. Why is everybody friends? They're supposed to be the degenerates.
Degeneration, yep.
Not fucking the family.
So the weirdest part, if there was one weirdest part, the weirdest part of all this is Road Dogg came out after they made just AJ Styles and Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows look like absolute just dog pussies. Just hot and disgusting.
Dog pussies. It's a crazy description, Fumes. Continue.
They just look bad, dude. They look really bad. Like they didn't have
garbage.
They didn't look like good bad guys. Like they didn't look smart. They didn't look like they were getting away over on them like cunningly. Nothing like shouldn't the old timers' job be to make the newer guys look good?
Oh, like trash. That'd be dope. They start whooping ass and shit.
The only reason I feel like they didn't is because like the doctor's like, yo, these guys are gonna die if they try and throw a kick. Not take a kick. Throwing a kick will kill them. And Yeah, they just look really just a whole bunch of just fucking mouse testicle hairs.
Whoa.
It was bad, man.
It was Batman?
It was bad, man. It was bad, man. Bad man. And then the Road Dogg came out and cut his promo. I haven't even gotten to the weird part. I'm sorry. I sidetracked myself. So Road Dogg came out, cut his promo, and X-Pac came out.
Yeah.
And then Scott Hall came out, Razor Ramon, and Kevin Nash came out.
Razor Ramon was part of DX.
So he's doing his promo. Road Dogg is like, we got the D-Generation X, we got the Click here, because they had Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Kevin Nash, and Triple H, the Click, and we got D-Generation X here. He's like, wait a minute, we don't got all of us here. Billy Gunn's not here. I don't think you're supposed to mention Billy Gunn because he's in AEW right now.
Billy Gunn's man.
Billy Gunn's badass. This is the weird part, though. He's like, well, if you want to count China Doll Up in Heaven, that means we got 8 or 9 or whatever.
Okay.
That's what he said. I just didn't need that. It seemed, I don't know, I don't know if WWE made him say that or not.
Was it supposed to be like an insult?
It was just saying that they outnumber AJ Styles and the Good Brothers. Saying that they have more people on their side and they can kick their ass. And then at the end of it, they all hugged each other while Seth Rollins looked at him really confused.
Triple H was like, you stupid bitch. You mentioned...
Get in the corner, Seth!
The unmentionable.
If there's only one thing major I can take out of this episode that matters, story-wise, is that now Seth Rollins is unlikable and Roman Reigns is super likable.
Dun dun dun.
Doesn't make any sense, fellas.
And ladies, if you listen.
It's just a general term. Don't be sexist.
I'm sexy. Not sexist.
So, yeah. That's what happened. Raw was a shit show. Stone Cold came out at the end. He talked for like half an hour.
Did he drink beers? I want to try his IPA.
Of course he did. He had
Stone Cold IPA.
a case of beers on every corner.
It's a Stone Cold IPA. I want to try it.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. I follow him on Instagram.
He has a Stone Cold IPA?
Yup.
That's dope. I gotta try that shit. What do you think he's selling it? On his website?
Probably.
Yup.
Or in California. That's where he's living, I guess.
He lives in California. Texas rattlesnake shouldn't live in California.
California.
Anyways, I digress. He ended with Stone Cold talking a whole bunch of stuff and drinking a whole bunch of beers, and then he came out with, how much time we got left here? I'm going to talk about some other shit. And then it ended with nothing important. It was bad, you guys. It was bad. It was one of the worst Raw episodes I've ever seen in my life. Nothing mattered. There was like almost little to no storyline progression. A whole bunch of stuff that we've seen a million times, and then it ended. And we're left to think that WWE doesn't care about us. So SmackDown started with Shane McMahon. I'm tired of Shane McMahon. I've said it so many times. I'm tired of saying I'm tired of him. I'm tired of it all. I'm tired of WWE. AEW, I hope your all-out pay-per-view is better than your last 2 pay-per-views combined. I know I'm trying to give you the benefit of doubt here. Like, I'm really on your side, you guys. I really want you to succeed. That's what's good for wrestling. For everyone. But you gotta put on some better shows than Fight for the Fallen and Fyter Fest. Give me another Double or Nothing. Give me another All In. All Out needs to be top top notch. Because I can't handle this anymore, guys. I can't handle this WWE shit no more.
Dr. Fumes is a passionate wrestler lover, man. Don't let his tone fool you. He's really upset about this.
I can't handle it, man. Yeah, so SmackDown was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, there's more story progression, that stuff that happened, but I don't know. They recapped. Oh! Let me cut back. I'm sorry, to Raw real quick. The coolest parts, the best part of Raw was that the Fiend came out and attacked Mick Foley. Took him out.
Was he fiending?
Yeah, he was fiending. He was fiending for Mick Foley's blood. Blah. But he took him out.
You didn't call him in the morning.
So SmackDown, I don't know. There's some Shane McMahon stuff. He made Kevin Owens fight his dudes for the main event against Roman Reigns, and he like trying to stack the card. It didn't like. It was. I don't even want to talk about it. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns ended up stunning everybody and spearing them and stunning them again, and that's it. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know about SmackDown. The best part was that Bray Wyatt. So I kind of predicted it a little bit. They're gonna have the Fiend come out for the matches, but Bray Wyatt's gonna do the promos. But the way they're doing it is Bray Wyatt's gonna be in the Funhouse. So we haven't seen Bray Wyatt leave the Funhouse. So for all we know, he's locked in there.
In his mind.
He's trapped inside his mind. That's good. I don't know. He's trapped in there, bro.
In his brain, man.
He's trapped in his head. And he the Fiend is the one actually roaming around. That's actually that's a good theory. You heard it here first, folks. From the mouth of Saiyan Sensei.
Super Saiyan Sensei.
Super Saiyan Sensei. Anyways. Yeah, so he challenged him to a match at SummerSlam. SummerSlam's coming up, this next pay-per-view. Of course, you'll hear a review from it here. You guys, I really don't want to take any more of your time up about this WWE bullshit. It was a week of fucking nonsense.
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
You've stuck with me this long, I really appreciate it, fellas. Sorry about last week, but we're gonna keep it consistent. Let me say that again. We're gonna keep it consistent.
Consistent.
We're gonna keep it consistent.
That's a new adjective.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us, fellas. And fellas, what will be the female form of that?
Felines.
Fellas and felines.
Felines.
We'll catch you next week. This is the Otter Show. Dr. Fumes out. Saiyan Sensei's out too.
Oh, me too. I'm out of here. Check me out.
Goodbye, fellas.